find out what's going to happen.
I'll tell you what, we can't have we're going to have a close game at home, but as long as we come out with a victory, I'm proud of them, and I'll take them. Awfully proud of our kids, the way they played. They hung in there. They kept fighting all the way to the end, and I just can't say enough about them. Our defense, their goal line defense was unbelievable. I think we had like 12 or 15 stops, somewhere 12 to 15 stops inside the 5-yard line. And then for us to put together that type of drive with a quarterback that's not fully healthy in the shoulder-wise, and for him to stand back in the pocket knowing he's going to get hit a few times and deliver the balls like he did, that's the makeup of a good football team. And right now, we got a bunch of guys that are playing together.
How big were those goal line stands? That's 14 points possibly, and they come away with nothing.
Oh yeah, huge. We do that, and then we end up blocking a field goal, which keeps them from getting down in field goal range late in the ball game to have a possibility of winning. They were huge, but not only that, it's a boost for us on the sideline, but it's also demoralizing for them. Anytime as an offensive coach, when you can't put the ball in from the 2-yard line 4 straight snaps, it hurts you. And it does something to the psyche of your team.
Talk about the decision to put Brett in of the second half.
Well, there was no decision. Austin Roberts hurt his heel, could not walk. It got stiff at the half. He had a hard time walking. Actually, if Brett Whitmire had gone out, Austin would not have been able to go back in the game. The only thing he did was hold on our extra point because he could not run.
How big was Gerald today? I mean, just all the entire.
He's the conference freshman of the year last year. It was time for him to step up and make plays, and that's exactly what he did. He came up and made big plays when we had to. He drew the foul here at the end because he made a great move, and they grabbed him and held him. A lot of times you look for your big players to make big plays, and today Gerald Ford and Ronnie Nelson both stepped up and made big plays for us.
Your punter, Jack Folfer, made a pretty big play on a 6-yard run. What made you run a fake on your own 17?
Well, it was one of those deals where our defense had been out there a good bit. And, it was close enough that I felt like we could get it. If we didn't get it, they were going to have a short field to go in and score, so our defense wasn't going to have to be out there as much. We played very well down in that part of the field. So for us to put them back in here and say, stop them, they were going to use a lot of clock. So it kind of played into my mind. Let's make sure we've got enough time at the end of the game if they do score. But I felt like if we got the first down, it may hurt them a little bit. We were going to be able to run some more clock off.
Brett Whitmire's done 2 last-minute drives this season to win a football game. As just a freshman, you got to be awfully proud.
Oh, yeah, we're really proud of him, especially when, he's hurting as bad as he is, because he's not – he can't take a shot very easy back there. For him to stand in the pocket knowing they're coming at him and deliver the ball on that last drive. But he's got incredible poise. He's a great quarterback. We know that he's going to end up being a great football player for us. He's going to make some mistakes, like we said earlier in the year. But you can see today how good he is and the potential that he has.
Larry Dean had 20 tackles today. He's 1 away from breaking a record. He's all over the place today.
Yeah, he is. He's all over the place. And that's another guy. You talk about great players stepping up. He did. He stepped up. I really wish he could have broken that record here. Obviously he's probably going to break it next week at Arkansas Tech, or at least I hope he is. But he's a great player. He's a guy that leads our football team. I just wish that he had the opportunity to break it here.
Ever thought about sitting him out?
Absolutely not. Not even a thought process.
Now with North Al losing to Ouachita, you got to be a pretty big North Al fan to beat Delta next week.
Yeah, we got to pull for North Alabama to beat Delta, and if that's the case, then everybody's going to have 2 losses but us and West Alabama, and we play West Alabama, so that could end up being a huge game at the end of the year. But it doesn't mean anything if we don't win next week at Arkansas Tech, and then it doesn't mean anything if we don't win at win here against West Georgia. So we can't worry about all that. It's in our hands. We got to step up and we got to make the plays in Russellville, Arkansas next week.
What kind of learning experience was this for the team to play a team that was below 500, but knowing that you have to win week to week and you're going to have to win?
Well, they're a below 500 team, but that was because they had lost. They didn't have a lot of players, and you wouldn't know that unless you went and you watched film. They were at full strength today. They had everybody back. They had some wide receivers that were out earlier in the year. They were back. They had some defensive guys that were out that were back. They had a lot of starters that missed 2 or 3 games early in the year after the West Alabama game, and they were all back. I was really shocked to look down there when they came out and see because you don't know who they are when they're warming up because they don't have their jerseys on. But when they came out there on the field, I looked and I go, oh, this guy's back, this guy's back, this guy's back. They were all at full strength, and we weren't. And that says a lot for our kids because even though not going at full strength against a team that is full strength, we were able to find a way to win.
What are your impressions of Scott Buchon, the way he played today?
He's a great player, no question about it. He may be the best in the conference. Just the things that he can do and the problems that he causes for defense. He and the quarterback for Ouachita Baptist are two great quarterbacks. And fortunately, they're both seniors. We don't have to face them again.
About that receiver number 6, what were your impressions of him?
Well, good. They're all good football players, and their running backs are good too. There's not a weakness on their football team. It's unfortunate that they have the record that they do and suffered the injuries that they did. But they're all great football players. And you look at them, their defense is good, their offense is good. They made a lot of great special team plays, with the exception of their kickoff coverage team. They played good. They punted the ball real well. They rushed us good, and they had some decent returns.
What's it mean to your team and particularly your offense to score that last touchdown after hearing all the greatness about the defense and how the defense was winning games to come down there and do that?
Our kids don't care about how everybody talks about the defense. That's beyond them. They know if the defense is playing good, they've got a chance to win. So that doesn't bother them. I'm not real sure that they really worry a lot about what people say about how good they are. They know what they got to do to win. And that's what we talk to them all week. Here's what we've got to do to win this ball game. Here's the things that you have to do and we have to do. They accept it. That's the one thing that I'm awfully proud of them. They take coaching very well, and they're going to go out and they're going to execute the game plan. That's what they did today.
Are you shocked they went with a pooch kick to give you guys the 58 yards to go?
I don't think it was a pooch kick. I think he hit it bad because he kicked the tee pretty hard. Because he looked like he was shocked when the ball came off the tee. I think it was just one of those deals where he just didn't hit the ball. They were trying to kick the ball away from Ronnie Nelson, I believe, and he just did not hit it very good. And it's the old proverbial fat hit if you're playing golf.
So,